Quick adventure kit today. We've got the snuffer, got a crevice tool here. I'm gonna do some gold pans, and I've got my gloves here. I typically would find a spot to set this stuff on shore, so I'm only using, you know, 2 things at a time, whether it be those 2 or these 2. But yeah, that's all I'm using. I'm gonna try to cover a lot of ground today and just sort of snorkel around it first to find a good crack. We've got this bedrock here behind me, and right here I'm digging down and we're seeing some half decent gravel down here. So not just sand, like actual gravel and everything. So I'm just gonna fill a pan up here, and obviously you don't need to be in a wetsuit sniping to do this, but what an opportunity. Get you back and see what we get here. This is all the material I have. I'm just doing a small pan. This is a prospecting pan. I'm not trying to get a whole pan and get as much gold as I can. This is just a little easy starting out to see if there's even any gold here. Which is why you'll notice that I'm not treating this very kindly, being a little bit aggressive. I am looking for the black sand in those corners, but yeah, I'm losing gold. Don't care. Pan that back. Oh wow. Okay, so I don't think this does good close-ups. No flakes. You probably can't see anything, but there's probably about 100 micro specks here. Catch and release gold panning. Clearly, areas like this, I mean, bedrock everywhere. Just look at the size of that vertical face with sand all in behind it. Sharp things, lots of potential for cracks. Anything in here to be dug out by hand would be amazing, but you got to move ground to get to it. So what I'm interested in, if I can show you, all right, right there, top of the frame, you'll notice there's bedrock in the middle of this river. There's definitely some flow downstream. There's definitely some flow upstream. So I'm gonna try to safely get out there. I can set my pan on top of some of that stuff and then get my face underwater and see what we're gonna find. All of this stuff here is normally underwater. It's actually easier to find gold when there's water because you can waft everything out of the way. Whereas here you gotta scoop it out all these cracks by hand. It'll be a little bit challenging. Even when the water's this low in January, this is all under ice. So this is actually quite a unique opportunity. It's a little bit murky. I missed the clear water. So I'm gonna have to stay in some pretty shallow ground to make this work. The water is too murky, but I could not turn down this opportunity to at least give it a go. Yeah, that's crazy murky. I don't think this is gonna make good film at all, but I'm gonna have a little peek still. It is just way too murky. Yesterday I could see about a foot. Right now, 4 inches away from a rock is when I can see it. So the underwater sniping, I think we've missed our window. There's actually a fair bit of nice looking material down there. Some clay in there even. Everybody pans differently. I am not the safest panner in the world when I'm prospecting. Lots of black sand showing up in these two corners here. I don't know if that'll show up on camera. Some garnet in there. Okay, so you probably can't see with the GoPro, but there's about 2 specks in here. Which even if I lost gold panning, like, it's an indication to me that that crack is not doing as well as up on shore, way up the banks, when the water's calm and able to drop that flower gold. So all these cracks, I don't actually expect to find a lot of flakes. I personally expect to find the nuggets down here, and I just can't see through the water. So the crack I just cleaned out, I'm gonna throw the camera in there and see if we can see what the bottom looks like, but it felt too smooth. So when it feels smooth, not only does gold maybe like just tumble in, tumble out, like you gotta imagine the water's 15 feet higher, 20 feet higher, and just rushing through here like a freight train, emptying these out. The only reason there's any material in here is because as the water then calms back down, then there's an opportunity for material to drop in. That smooth bedrock indicates that gravel's kind of tumbling around and moving in there. It's not just gonna stay put. But what do I know? I just wish I could see through this water, get out deeper and you know, fan out some cracks, but maybe that's a next year issue. Sorry for the lack of gold in this video. I am going to I'm gonna take the walk of shame back to the car with no gold. Toasty warm right now. Just can't see anything in the water, so I'm gonna you know, suit off and get to panning some of this bedrock on shore. Until next time, cheers and thanks for watching.